Welcome, you're watching Vox News, your daily news updates with Rita Kamkumo. Our headlines today: Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni was declared the winner of the presidential election, securing a sixth term in office. The opposition in Uganda rejects Museveni's election win, claiming that opposition leader Bobi Wine is the real victor of the election. The Democratic Republic of Congo marks the assassination of former President Laurent Désiré Kabila, calling for national reconciliation.
Therefore, candidate Yoweri Museveni Kaguta, having obtained the highest number of votes in the election and the votes cast in his favor being more than 50% of the valid votes cast at the election, the Electoral Commission declares Yoweri Museveni Kaguta elected President of the Republic of Uganda at the presidential election held on the 14th day of January 2021, dated this 16th day of January 2021.
Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni, who has been in office since 1986, on Saturday was declared the winner in the country's presidential election held last week with 58% of votes, according to the Electoral Commission, paving the way for a sixth term in office.
I therefore thank the people of Uganda, and I congratulate you for turning up in big numbers and voting for the candidates and for the parties of your choice. I think this may turn out to be the most cheating-free election since 1962.
The presidential election was disputed by Museveni's main rival, opposition leader Bobi Wine, who only garnered 34% of votes, according to the Electoral Commission. Supporters of General Museveni celebrated his announced victory in the capital Kampala on Saturday.
I feel so good because I was supporting His Excellency, our judge, the one who fought for us to be in Kampala like border riders. So we are very happy as border riders in Kampala. We are very, very happy. And we are expecting this because we voted him.
And I'm very, very, very happy, very excited to hear that my candidate has won the election.
I'm worried about the NAP because we thought NAP was winning the election.
Voter turnout in last week's election, which took place under an internet blackout, was 57% of the almost 18 million registered voters, according to the election authority. Museveni's leading challenger, Bobi Wine, has dismissed the election as a complete sham, denouncing violence and electoral fraud. Meanwhile, in Uganda, the opposition National Unity Platform on Sunday rejected the announced results of the presidential election, claiming Yoweri Museveni as the winner.
We are here to inform the country that NUP rejects the announced results of the presidential elections. The results announced yesterday by the EC do not in any way relate to the presidential elections in which you participated as a party. We therefore reject them and ask NUP members and all Ugandans to reject them. NUP is in the final stages of analyzing the data and the information related to this election fraud. We have evidence about staffing and other forms of election malpractice. And after putting together, we are going to take all measures, I repeat, all measures that the law permits to challenge this fraud.
Uganda's main opposition party demanded opposition leader Bobi Wine's immediate and unconditional release after the party had earlier stated that their leader, who they say is the real victor of the election, was placed under house arrest in the wake of the vote.
We demand for the immediate and unconditional release of our leader and the immediate declaration as a duly elected president of the republic, because we know he won. We also demand for the immediate release of all NUP members and leaders being held incommunicado in various detention centers across the country to enable them to return to their families, or have them charged if at all they have committed any chargeable offense.
38-year-old Bobby Wine, who came second in the presidential election, has reportedly not left his home since he went out to vote last Thursday due to security forces surrounding his house, preventing anyone from entering or leaving. The Ugandan authorities have said that the soldiers and the police were there for Wine's security. In Central Africa, the Democratic Republic of Congo on Saturday celebrated the 20th anniversary of the death of former leader Laurent Désiré Kabila, calling for national reconciliation in the divided nation. Kabila Sr., who came to power in 1997 after overthrowing long-serving ruler Mobutu Sese Seko, is the father of former President Joseph Kabila, who took over the country after his assassination in January 2001. Lubumbashi residents reacted to the 20th anniversary of Kabila's assassination.
Kabila, who made himself a proven Lumumbaist, obviously, that's why I repeat that he was killed. I wouldn't do what he did, that is, be fiercely opposed to the outside world. Whoever killed Laurent Désiré, he doesn't like the Congo, because he at least was going to get the country out of the situation we have been going through for 52 years.
Laurent Désiré Kabila reminds us of many things in the whole country. He reminds me of a certain freedom and is among the presidents that we were looking for something in this country. He had good ambitions, but he could not achieve them.
The commemoration came just days after the release of those convicted for organizing Kabila's assassination under presidential pardon from the country's current leader, Félix Tshisekedi, and amid a political crisis between Tshisekedi and his predecessor, Joseph Kabila. Meanwhile, the Democratic Republic of Congo honored independence hero Patrice Lumumba on Sunday, marking 60 years since he was killed in a plot tied to the country's colonial master, Belgium. On the health front, the death of 2 ministers from COVID-19 in Malawi last week has prompted President Lazarus Chakwera to order the first set of coronavirus restrictions effective this Monday, overruling a court ban on lockdown measures in the country. President Chakwera on Sunday night ordered a nighttime curfew and the closure of schools for 3 weeks, among other measures. Unlike other African countries, no coronavirus restrictions had been imposed in Malawi since the beginning of the pandemic, since the High Court in April last year barred the government from confining citizens who mostly work informally, citing insufficient measures to cushion the loss of livelihood. To date, the country of 18 million people has registered just over 12,000 coronavirus cases and about 300 deaths. However, over 40% of infections were detected this month alone. In Guinea, President Alpha Condé received his first dose of a vaccine against COVID-19 on Friday in the capital, Conakry. 82-year-old Condé received a dose of the Russian Sputnik vaccine, thus becoming one of Africa's first leaders to get the coronavirus vaccine. The president's move reportedly came as part of a pilot inoculation scheme, primarily involving government officials so far. On the international scene, the British government plans to offer the first dose of a vaccine against COVID-19 to every adult in Britain by September, according to Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab. Raab's statement came as the United Kingdom is vaccinating 140 people per minute against COVID-19 on average and will begin testing 24/7 vaccinations in some hospitals in the upcoming days, according to the NHS. About 4 million people in Britain have so far received their first dose of a coronavirus vaccine, according to Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Last but not least, on the football scene, Manchester United coach Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on Sunday lamented his players' missed opportunity to score goals in the Premier League title race after Liverpool 0-0 draw at Anfield.
It takes time sometimes, when you go away to difficult places like this is against a difficult or a good team, to impose yourself on the game. We didn't do well enough to cause some problems first half, but we defended well, and you didn't really feel that they were going to cause us too much, or they didn't cause too many chances either. At Paul's position, it was just something that we thought that it was going to suit him to play there today, and I thought it showed. I thought Paul was excellent towards the end. We felt Paul's physical presence in there might be a chance for us. And Mason, when he gets a chance, he can score in the blink of a second. So it was a bit of a throw of the dice to get Mason on, even though he had to defend against Robertson. And Luke, he's improved immensely. I thought today he shows his strength, quality, composure on the ball, and delighted with his performance.
Liverpool coach Jurgen Klopp, meanwhile, lamented that his players created chances but didn't score, vowing to continue to fight.
I think I saw my team playing tonight, and I saw a really good football team with a clear idea, with super passes, great counter press, great desire to score, and we didn't score. So we will create chances and we will score. But I know now we face Burnley on Thursday. They are not famous for conceding an awful lot of goals. And then a few days later we play again against United.
Manchester United remains on top of the Premier League table, despite failing to take advantage of the Reds' depleted defence. The Reds, who have failed to score goals in 3 consecutive league matches for the first time since 2005, are now winless in their last 4 in the Premier League. That's it for today. Thank you for watching Vox News.